Hello guys, welcome to another edition of Keeping Up with Nigerian Football on #TV Africa Sports. I'm DJ Ogengo. Well, on today's show, we're talking to the number 2 person when it comes to football in Nigeria. It's been so pivotal to the growth of football in the past 1 year, and he's been doing a lot for the youth, and he will be talking to him this morning. I'm pleased to welcome Barrister Seyi Akinwunmi, the Vice President of the Nigerian Football Federation. Barrister, it's great to have you on the show.
Morning. My pleasure.
Well, for you as the Vice President of Nigeria, of the Nigerian Football Federation, I mean, what will you pick as your biggest highlights as what you've done in 2018?
I think it has to be the World Cup. I mean, the World Cup is the pinnacle of football. In everything we do, ultimately, at one point, ends up at the World Cup. Even though you're doing youth development, you're hoping those kids would rise to the ranks and play for Nigeria and play at the World Cup, and so that's the pinnacle for it. So it's unfortunate that we didn't go beyond where we did, but getting into the World Cup against all odds. And I really say that because I remember when we had the draws and the groupings.
Well, let's talk about what was unprecedented for the very first time. The Federation came out with a financial report of its fiscal year. People have talked about transparency, accountability. What was the driving force behind that?
You see, over the years, there have been so many discussions around finance, and it has always been, government funding, and private sector should be more involved and all of that. And we thought, we sat down and looked at it and said, look, if I were to be a businessman seeking to fund football or sponsor football or partner with the federation, what would I be looking at? The only reason I would put my money in, because I know that, look, the word will get around. If I had my name on the shirt of the Super Eagles, everybody will see it. If I had it in the billboard with Super Eagles, everybody will see it. But my name is more important and goes beyond just the Super Eagles or the Flying Eagles or whoever it is, or the NFF itself. So what would I want? I want my name to be sacrosanct in terms of integrity. So we then decided that the issue really was the transparency of it and the proper financial reporting of it is what's important.
After a 5-year hiatus from the Nations Cup, the team finally qualified for the Nations Cup, which we're yet to know the hosts for 2019. Can you talk us through what you're able to put in place for the coach, the management, the players, to make them finally get Nigeria to where she's supposed to be after this absence for about 5 years?
Yes, this absence that we talk about, we need to first understand that the first one, when we came in, it would have been a miracle for us to qualify, given the fact that we were already far behind. And not everything was going well at the time anyway for football in Nigeria. The second one, it was the middle of a crisis. I don't want to go over it, but we're going to court today, all sorts of things, coming to just courts and all of that at the time. So it was very difficult to concentrate, to raise money, to get things going. And that affected the pitch, the game on the pitch. This is the first time really that we've had time to settle down and settle through it. And it's strange, but at the end of the day, all of us fighting ourselves in-house, outside, wherever, talking, we're all Nigerians.